One Piece. This is One Piece chapter 1136, The Land That Awaits in the Sun. Last we left off with One Piece. Everybody is at Wano. Everybody's doing their own thing. Luffy and the majority of the Straw Hats have arrived in the God World to celebrate their arrival with the rest of the giants. Robin has stayed behind with Saul, with Saul and Chopper, at the big library thing that Saul has established, and there have been two mysterious and shady figures that have arrived on Elbaf with crazy powers. So we'll see how that goes. One of them looks like Shanks. Ooh. So we'll find out what his deal is about. But this chapter starts off when we meet our King Ja Rule, the king of the giants, and he's got a giant sword through his head that is kept in place seemingly by a helmet that saved his life, even though it went directly through his head. The sword didn't help at all. I mean, the helmet didn't help at all. But, Luffy's eating. The giants are all chilling with the Straw Hats. Usopp is claiming that he defeated Oars himself, which was very like Usopp. We're seeing here that, the giants are all admiring Jinbei because they've never seen a fishman before. There are plenty of giants that have never left Elbaf, so this is their first time meeting one. Sanji is stoked because he's hanging out with a bunch of giant ladies. Brooke is holding a little mini concert for the other giants, and we see Roto pull up, and he's just like, "Ultra rare Nami, ultra rare Straw Hats. Please forgive my earlier indiscretion." He's
ultra rare.
Yeah, he's like beat up.
Secret rare.
Yeah, mega shiny Straw Hats. And he's like all beat up and all that stuff. And Zoro's like, "It's all right. Nobody died, but only because Usopp stopped us from fighting back. If not for that, your head would have left his shoulders." And Gerd pulls up to be like, "And the next time he tries something, you just go ahead and do that." And he's like, "My Gerd!" Oh, Roto is also developing a domination fetish before our eyes. We see that Roto is like, as he's apologizing to the Straw Hats, he's thinking to himself, is like, "This is awakening something in me. Punish me, Gerd."
Yeah, I didn't notice that. That was actually...
Yeah, so
that's pretty bad.
It's very funny. I don't know why. It just made me...
This is so stimulating.
Yeah, he's just like this. When Gerd is like, "Yeah, kill him next time we try something."
Yes.
And he's like, "My Gerd!" He goes, "Oh my God, that was kind of hot." I'm kind of liking this right now. And then
he's like a Redditor.
Yeah, he really is. Is incel to the max. But you know what? We shouldn't kink shame. It's totally fine that Roto wants to be dominated. He's a bratty sub, and that's okay. So Roto explains that like that whole thing that he was doing with the people in his weird little farm is basically a dream, because every giant wishes to be the sun god and to rule the world. And interestingly enough, every giant on Elbaf seems to have a different interpretation of what the sun god actually means. Some people believe he's a ruler. Some people believe he's a god of liberation. Some people even believe that he is a god of destruction, which is interesting. We then learned from Ja Rule that there is an ancient religious text known as the Harley, and because it's so ancient, there are many interpretations of it. So the world has apparently been destroyed twice in the past, which is one of the legends that is spoken about in the Harley. And in each case, the presence of Nika, the sun god, is closely tied to it. And nobody knows really what his role in the destruction of the world actually was. So people have like plenty of interpretations as to what the significance of Nika. So yeah, everybody, Ja Rule explains that like Nika wears white clouds around him and appears in white hair, clothes, and jolly laughter. And Luffy makes the connection. He's like, oh, that must be why everybody said I reminded them of him. But that has nothing to do with me. But apparently we learned that Loki and the late Harold, in a sense, are the result of attempting to be Nika. And Luffy's like, oh, Loki, is he a good guy? And everybody's like, absolutely not. They explained that before that he is an accursed prince. Even before Loki's birth, King Harold prophesies that he would be killed by his own son. And shortly after Loki was born, he killed the royal family's lucky horse.
Sheesh. This guy sucks.
Yeah, what a fucking dick. It turns out that is also the same year that Big Mom killed Jorul, the legendary warrior. And the country was beset by natural disasters, and the queen died a year after giving birth to Loki. In that time, Loki went down to the underworld and used his innate strength to kill and control the very vicious animals down there. And he unleashed them on the village. Loki's many pranks threatened the lives of the giants. So he's apparently made everybody's life hell while King Harold was away. And they even go so far as to say that Loki killed Harold right in his own castle. And when Ja Rule tried to stop him, Loki stabbed him through the head with the sword. Ja Rule again clarifies that the helmet saved his life. Even though it didn't really do anything. But yeah, they explained that it was Shanks that actually caught Loki rampaging at sea, and he brought him here, and he is basically the reason that Loki is probably chained up right now.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So Luffy's like, oh shit, I heard Shanks was around here. Is he still here? And the giant says like he was around a little while ago, but they don't know where he went. And in the outskirts of town, it seems that Zoro takes Luffy aside to talk to him about what they just heard. They explain, Zoro's like, so he killed the king. So obviously Loki just lied to you this entire time. And Luffy's just like, well, he said he knows where Shanks is. Do you think he's lying about that? And Zoro's like, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
You talk about seeing Shanks all the time. It's a way for him to take advantage of you. But he's like, I never met him, so I don't know for sure. And I guess the Straw Hats decide to go meet Loki again. They take Nami and Roto, and they head over to the underworld, I imagine. Roto is now Nami's servant, but he is in the tier of servants, of Nami's servants. He's probably number 3 below Zeus, who's number 1, and Sanji, who's number 2.
I forget about Zeus sometimes.
Yeah. And apparently Zeus has just been casually shocking this guy, which Roto loves because...
He loves it.
Which Roto's
totally into it.
Yeah. Oh my God. The funniest thing, you see Roto like pull up to Nami. He's like, I think we share a lot in common with both of us being navigators. And then Nami's just like, never try to close the distance between us again. He's like, no, of course not. And I like to think that he's like, he slides into frame, like, and then he's like, all right.
All right. Never try to close the distance between us again. Yeah.
Yo, Nami's funny.
Never again.
So yeah, they're going away. The party's continuing without them. And Nami plans on robbing the entire the castle for its treasure. That's why she's really can't come along, not just to navigate them to where Loki is. And then we cut over to the underworld where we hear Loki's laugh for the first time, where goes, Doga! What is this? And we see that Loki is being approached by the cloaked figures we saw land on Wano, the Holy Knights, the Shanks guy, and the other one. And they seem to be inviting Loki to become a Holy Knight. And Loki is like, He's like, Doga, ha ha ha. All right, I take your point. And in that case, I refuse. He's like, you think I'm going to spend the one life I have stooping to the level of trash? And he asks him, like, so what are you then? Celestial dragons? And Shivs, as Brian calls him, is like...
Stabs.
Yeah, Stabby McShivs is like, where's the intel from? And we meet the first, this new Holy Knight, new character entirely, named Gunko, who is a woman whose sleeves kind of unfurl to really reveal this weird arrow fabric thing. It's obviously a devil fruit power.
Isn't it kind of like Medusa from Soul Eater?
It does remind me of that now that you mention it. I see what you mean because she had like arrow things.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Snake, Cobra.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but damn, you remember it. I've been getting a lot of edits of Soul Eater, and I'm just like, man, if that needs if any anime needs like a Brotherhood type remake, it's Soul Eater, man.
I'm surprised it hasn't been done yet because Soul Eater is super popular.
Yeah.
Soul Eater is a very popular series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really good too.
It's great. Anyway. So yeah, they basically talk about how the agents dispatched onto Elbaf sent one last transmission that a giant crow appeared, and then they haven't heard of anybody who has been to Elbaf since. And so they explained that, but now that I hear him for myself, he is supremely insolent. We should simply erase him. And it's at that point one of the giant wolves pull up, and Loki's like, Doga ha ha ha, gobble them up, wolf. And yeah, dire wolf. And then Gunko uses her fun arrow sleeves to basically hang this wolf, which made me sad. I was like, oh no, the baby. It's just a little baby. And Loki's like, wolf, no. And Shivs is like, if we offered to spare his life, would that change your mind? And Loki's like, you're offering me a deal? In that case, your fate is sealed. And I'm like, damn, dude. He said, your fate is sealed, my friend. Die and be at peace. He says, I'll be angry, sad as well as angry, but a warrior doesn't quibble and whine about his way of death. And the chapter ends with Loki saying, instead, he'll feed on this rage and use it to bring the world to ruin. And that's where we leave at One Piece. Josh, what did you think about what did you think about One Piece chapter 1136?
I think Loki ate the tongue fruit. That's what I think. I think that's what his fruit. I think that's what his ability is.
Yeah,
it's like lick a tongue.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or like Toad from X-Men.
Yeah, he ate the lick a tongue fruit.
You know what happens to a toad when he gets struck by lightning?
What?
Oh, I was hoping you would remember that line and know how to finish it, because I don't.
Wait, what line is this from?
That's from the first X-Men movie.
Oh, damn. I don't remember that movie
from
as well as I thought I did.
I'll have to look that up right now. All right, what do I think? Well, I liked One Piece. I liked it a lot. I think it's really interesting that they've decided to go get the key for the cuffs and violate all those people in Elbaf. Even though they think he's lying. But I guess Zoro feels like, who cares if he's free? If he's lying, we'll slice him into pieces. But, so I guess maybe that's why he's not thinking so hard about it. But if they let him go, he's getting away. He's going to turn into jelly, or his tongue is going to help him escape in some sort of nasty, mischievous way. He's a dirty guy. He killed his own dad, killed a horse when he was 10. I think he's capable of very malicious and weird things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm actually really more curious what you guys think about the chapter. So Brian, what were your thoughts?
Honestly, I don't have much to say about this chapter. I just want to see Shivs already. I would like it for him to stop blue balling us on Shivs. He showed us Shivs like fucking 3 chapters ago. We still haven't seen his face yet. Just let it all out. Let's see it. But aside from that, this is a pretty nice chapter, pretty cool chapter. It's nice to see that if you look at Nika, he has like longer hair than Luffy. And it's hard to imagine Luffy using a spear.
It's a sword.
So
it's a sword and a shield.
Oh, it's a sword?
He has a shield.
It's hard to imagine Luffy using
Very
weapons. Yeah, so it's interesting that Luffy is different from even Nika in that aspect, where he's so free that he just uses fucking his hands to beat the shit out of people. But yeah, that's about it. Interested to see where this goes next chapter. Hopefully we get a good old. Hopefully we finally get a reveal on Shivs next chapter. But Chris, what are your thoughts?
I really like this chapter. I think it was interesting to introduce the idea that Nika can be interpreted in different ways. Like everybody we've known so far has seen Nika as kind of a good thing, but there are people who see it in a more, maybe not malicious sense, but yeah, I guess like a destroyer who lays waste to all is pretty malicious. So yeah, it was really cool to see that like there's not just one way of looking at Nika. That even like the world government, even there are multiple people who can see him being a conqueror of some sorts. And I'm curious because the Giant seems to have a really big connection to Nika, so we'll probably get a lot of information about him throughout this arc. This is gonna be like we always figured that this is gonna be a humongous lore arc. Because the Giants probably know so much, being around for so long, for hundreds of years, their lifespans being so. It'll be interesting in that regard to see where that goes. It's good to meet our new Holy Knight. This is actually the first, besides Figureland, the first named Holy Knight we met. So it was kind of nice to see. I don't know what her deal is. I don't know what this devil fruit is. But
she has a very big celestial dragon vibe about her.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm sure all the Holy Knights do.
You breathed on me.
Yeah, she said you breathed on me. And then she used her arrow sleeve, which was kind of cool. I had this other thought as far as these celestial dragon. Oh, not the Holy Knights went. Oh, one thing I found interesting is that Luffy and Zoro and Nami are probably going to run into them because they're heading right Loki's way. So that should be interesting to see.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, those are all my thoughts. So this is like a lot of interesting stuff. We're finally getting the action moving along. And I am curious as to where we go next.
So pog.
Yeah. Does anybody have anything to add?
No.
This is more of like a passing thought. I don't think that it holds any relevance. And I think it's kind of like not the right way to read it necessarily, but I can't help but see kind of a weird parallel being drawn with Loki being like a prankster specifically and Usopp but that's like probably not a thing. uh, I don't know why, but when I read that, like they refer to Loki's like things as pranks, I figured, hey, maybe that's the parallel being drawn between Usopp and Loki, so seeing as how this is probably going to be a little bit of a Usopp arc.
I hope so. I'm waiting for
Yeah,
it.
I've been listening, and that's a good observation. I feel like I'm just gonna ask y'all, how realistic is it that there is another crewmate and that it's gonna be Loki?
I don't think it'll be.
I don't think
He
it
is
would.
really distinct.
I would be surprised if they added a giant because there's nowhere to put them on the ship.
But they're already at the end of the journey.
Yeah.
If they were gonna
They might
add
go
a
with
pirate, it would probably be the kid that Luffy fought.
I don't think they would bring the kid along. I feel like there's going to be a parallel between Shanks and I forget his name. It starts with a C. But Luffy's going to be that for that kid. When he's like grow up and be a great pirate or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
But that's my little prediction there. But I don't think they bring any giants
He's
along.
pretty reckless.
I think at best, if Loki's going to be part of the journey, he joins the new giant pirates.
But you think he wouldn't want to be the captain?
He'd probably be the captain if he wanted to be.
But the other guy is the captain.
I don't know. That's my thought. I don't see Loki hanging out on the Sunny unless he's able to manipulate his size somehow. But I feel like it doesn't make sense because he's not that big. The only giant who's able to walk on the surface of the ocean is San Juan Wolf.
Yeah.
So,
I think the Sunny gets an upgrade in this arc.
maybe
I think the Sunny becomes bigger in this arc. Not gonna lie.
possible, but they'd have to build a new ship. I don't think they would be down for that.
I don't think they would have to build a new ship. I think it could just be gigantified.
Which would almost be like a new ship, honestly. But they do have they do have the Atom Tree.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that they wouldn't even change the rudder of the Mary because it would basically be building a new ship. But who knows? I don't know. I just have a feeling that a giant doesn't go with them particularly.
I think it'd be cool.
Has there
for them
been
to have
more
a giant,
time
though.
between them getting the new ship from now or from when they got the Gomeri to getting the new ship?
What do you mean?
How much more time has passed?
I think they had to have gotten the Sunny in like the 400s range of chapters. Because that's where Enies Lobby ends. So it's like over 700 chapters maybe.
And we're at
1136.
okay. Yeah, because they get the Mary at what, chapter 40 something, chapter 30 something.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact chapter.
Oh, but you remember all the names.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not a big chapter rememberer.
What did they call Zolo?
The pirate hunter?
Yeah. What did the two people that bounty hunted with him call him?
Big Bro Zoro? Yeah, Josh has been quizzing me on One Piece since he's been rereading it from the beginning.
That one's easy. Josh.
Yeah, I don't know. Josh is giving me
No, it's
easy
not,
answers.
Brian. I would have never fucking.
Brian, he thought Johnny and Yozaku were like hard questions.
What? Come on.
Are they in the Fishman arc a lot or something?
No.
You know, I mean the Arlong.
Yeah, they're in Arlong.
Yeah. They give their.
Can't wait.
Oh wait, I
it's
guess
so
I won't
deep.
spoil anything.
Orange
you're-
Island.
Nope. Gosa.
It's kind of like you're rereading this. It's like you're reading the series for the first time again.
Yeah, you have a good. You're lucky. I wish I could reread One Piece not knowing what's happening.
I know what's happening. They're about to go
You
see
don't
the
know
fish
what's going
guy.
on. You don't know what's going on at all.
Yes, yes, I do. Wait. Yeah. They just fought Mihawk.
You don't know what's going on at all.
Zolo just fought Mihawk,
Yeah.
and they're about to go chase after Nami after that whole thing wraps up.
Oh, so you're on the Baratier.
Yeah. And after they leave the Barate, then they go to Orange Town. I know that's not the name of it, but they have oranges there. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's Nami's town, which is overrun by Arlong and his goons. And I know what's happening, bro. They're gonna fight. Nami's gonna be like, "Thank you, Luffy. Oh my god, I actually fucks with y'all." You know what I mean? They're gonna beat the shit out of Arlong. They're gonna beat his ass. They're gonna whoop his ass. I can't wait to screenshot that shit for y'all.
Yeah.
Then after that, Whiskey Peak. They all go to the snowy mountain and drink mad whiskey. Listen, you know the Little Garden happens. Fuck. You about to say some corny shit. What happens after fucking
I can't tell you. I won't spoil it. You don't know what's going on.
Land?
How could I spoil it for someone who's never read the series? It's
I didn't read it. Stop. No. Damn, wait.
you're not gonna remember.
I know the next crew member they get is Chopper. He said I'm not gonna because it's not something normally anybody would get. After fucking
No, people
15
remember the
years
next
of
arc.
reading that shit.
People remember the next
Oh
arc.
my god. Is it big?
It's kind of a big deal, yeah.
Oh, they meet the Wax Man. They
No.
meet the Wax Man in the island. No? Fuck.
Brian,
what happens?
Don't
what
tell him.
happens
Don't
right
tell him,
after
Brian.
Arlong?
Don't tell him, Brian. He
Brian,
he thought Little Garden was
Brian.
after
You're talking
Arlong
about the
Park.
what arc is
No,
after?
I thought
Arlong?
Whiskey Peak was after. I thought Whiskey Peak was after Orange Town.
Wait, you don't know what's after Arlong Park?
Low Town.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
He did it, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen.
Wow. Damn, I kind of spoiled that for myself. Damn, I didn't read it, I guess. I know I did, but I guess I didn't.
It's okay. Just experience
Low
it for the
Town.
first time again.
Then after Low Town, it's Whiskey Peak.
Nope.
No,
Garden
Nope.
of
No.
Eden.
no. Just enjoy
okay,
the ride,
buddy.
Josh.
It's okay, buddy. You don't know. And that's
Chris
okay.
said I wouldn't get Low Town, but that was significant.
That took 10 minutes.
I mean, sorry to hold y'all up. let's go. Sakamoto days.
Hey, no, we could do this all day.
I read One Piece.
We
I
could do
read
this
One
all day,
Piece.
honestly. I'm here
I
for
read
it.
one.
Wait. Try one more time. What's after Rogue Town? Come on, you know this. We actually just talked about it for a long time
Shit, we did.
with the map explanation that you guys can know. We explained the One Piece map to Josh in our pre-show chat show. So check that out. If you also have questions about the One Piece world map,
They go to Split Mountain?
it's not what it's called, but I'll give it to you.
Reverse Mountain?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, so Chopper is in the Grand Line.
Yep.
Scopper the raccoon
Nope.
or deer, whatever.
Scapagaban.
Yeah, that's the coolest name in One Piece, probably.
Scopper
I think
Gaban.
so. Right?
It is pretty cool.
Scapagaban.
I sometimes I say
What
it
is
to myself.
Gaban?
I don't know what that
Does
means.
that mean something too? Or
It
it's
probably
just-
doesn't mean anything.
It probably
It's
doesn't
just
mean
a
There's
anything.
some Oda flair,
Probably an Oda flare, yeah.
some OF. All right. I remember
Scapi
stuff.
Gabaki.
Right, they go to the Reverse Mountain. I thought Little Garden was in the East Blue. No, it's in the Grand Line. It makes way more sense. How the fuck did the Giants get there? They went underwater? Or do
No.
you think they scaled the fucking mountain?
Oh, they probably went underwater to go from the New World to Little Garden. They probably went underneath, like everybody else. That's the thing about Fishman Island. Everybody has to pass through them in order to get to the New World. So they get pirates regularly.
Yeah.
Like that's the one nexus.
Which is why they really need an emperor to keep them safe.
Anyway,
Okay.
well, that was One Piece chapter 1136. We will look forward to the next One Piece quiz.